Hey guys, welcome to Yoga for Fibromyalgia. My name is Sarah and I'm a yoga teacher living with and healing fibromyalgia. Today's class is a beautiful restorative practice for colds and sinus pain, head pain, all of that lovely mess. So go ahead and grab cushions, a strap, maybe something you could cover your eyes with. And anything else that you like to practice with. We're going to start seated and we're going to be using 2 chairs today. So finding your seat, you might want to slouch back or sit up tall. It's entirely your choice. And you might want to have a couple of tissues handy and a glass of water. Let's begin to take a few deep breaths in and out. Just welcoming all of ourselves to the practice. And if you'd like to set an intention, now is the perfect time. We'll slowly open our eyes. So we're going to begin in a nice wide-legged forward fold. So the legs super wide. And we've got our chair. So we can either just fold here onto the armrests. That might be good for us. Don't need any other props. Or we might like to prop up with cushions, which you know I like to do. So whatever you've got, you know, it doesn't have to be a bolster. I don't have a bolster. I've been meaning to buy a bolster, but you know, life. So just use what you have. So these come from a garden set of chairs. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. I've got my legs super wide and I'm going to fold down like so. And placing my left ear down. Yep, I think that's my pose today. Yep. So I'm going to take off my glasses and rest here. We're here for a couple of minutes. Be sure to readjust and change if it's not working for you. And then as you allow your body to melt here, allow the mind to relax. Notice your breath and try and breathe with awareness. The belly expands and the navel draws in. The back is totally relaxed. The neck, the arms. Let's take a deep breath in together. And a long breath out. As we inhale, let's slowly come up. Maybe you'd like to stretch, maybe you'd like to rub your jaw. Maybe you'd like to grab something to cover your eyes if you did it that time and you think you want it. Maybe move the neck, shoulders. And then we will fold again, this time lay on the right ear. Let's take a deep breath in together. And a long breath out. And slowly inhale as we come out. Maybe you want to rub your palms together. Place a little warmth over the head, over the temples, and the jaw. Great, now we'll move the cushions to one side and we'll prepare for our next pose. Paschimottanasana, forward fold over the legs. So facing the legs up, gently. Now we don't want to put too much pressure on the knees here, so you might want to bring your chair in. It's okay if the feet hang off the edge or up against the base of the chair. So we've got cushions here, we've got this cushion, you might have a bolster cushion. We try and bring the forehead down this time rather than on one ear because we're only doing it the one amount of time. If that made sense at all. Okay, now take a deep breath in. And slowly folding. So relax any striving or pushing. If there's too much pain in the head, prop yourself up higher. Feet relax, legs relax, back relaxes, whole back relaxes. Head relaxes, jaw relaxes. Let's take a deep breath in together. And a deep breath out. And as we inhale, slowly raise your head. Make a few gentle movements. And we'll pop the cushions down to one side. And release your legs gently. Just take a deep breath here. And a long breath out. Great. For this next pose, it's called a modified camel pose. So there's a couple different ways to do it. If we want to just stay here on the chair, I reckon basically it's a heart opener. So we could probably just stay here, holding onto the chair, or if you've got armrests even better, or here, and just opening up the heart space like so. Being careful not to collapse too much in the lower back like this. So integrity in the lower back, draw the navel in and open the heart. Maybe you've got a cushion you could pop here and you could hang back like so, or like so. Okay, or if you're lying on the bed, you could pop a cushion, we've done this before, under your upper back, and then you can just lay there, heart opener. But if you want to try with me, we're going to kneel down. So, got your little blanket down here. Oops. The space suddenly gets small quick. So I'm going to bring this chair over here. Okay. And I'm going to put my cushions on. So if you want to put something like padding under your knees, go ahead. This, and then maybe this. I'm not sure. We'll see. Right, so camel pose. We'll push the tops of the feet down. We can also squeeze a block between the legs just to keep the legs thigh distance, hip distance apart. Hands can come to the hips or onto the chair. We'll gently push the hips forward slightly and come back. So now here's where our cushions come in, and depending, we want our head to relax back, and we might not want it to be too intense, so then we grab something else, or we might do one of the other options that I suggested at the beginning. But if we can find comfort here, yeah, sometimes it's just one extra cushion is enough. So we can hold onto the chair, hips. I'm not really sure, maybe make a yoni mudra, fingers touching and thumbs touching over the yoni. I'll count us in for 2 minutes, but you can come out before if you need to. Let's take a deep breath in together. And a long breath out. Now as we inhale in, we want to hold on to something. Bring our chin in towards our chest. Slowly come up. Feel the sensations. Now what I would do now is come onto my knees if it's accessible. And just come all the way down for a moment. Relax the lower back. If this is too much for the head and the sinus, keep the head slightly lifted, maybe place under a block or two. And we'll inhale, slowly come up. Great, so I'm going to hop back onto our chair setup. I'll pop all these down here. My chair here. And you can also do this on your bed or on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to use one block and then either a bolster cushion or a made up bolster. The block just gives it an angle. Okay, bear with me, you can watch first or you can make it up with me. We're just setting ourselves up so we can lay back safely and comfortably. Maybe another one. Now if you've got a belt strap, go ahead and grab that now. And also I've got a little bandage here to place around my eyes, so that'll be really nice. Right, so straddling the chair, and be sure that you feel safe with your setup, with lying back. So option 1, keep the legs as they are. Option 2, if you can, if you've got the space, let me put the bandage over here. Bring your feet together in butterfly pose. So again, maybe this is better on the floor or in bed. If you've got a strap, place the strap around your lower back and then it comes through and around your feet. So loop the strap in position. This is just going to keep like your focus on your breath, so you don't have to focus on like, oh, my legs are slipping or my feet slipping. Now you don't need to be super tight, just comfortable, and then loop that through so it's nice and secure. Okay, again, you don't have to do this on the chairs. I just didn't want to go through the faff of folding out the mats and changing the camera angle and all of that good stuff. So okay, so if you've got a little bandage or an eye pillow, I'm not sure how this is going to work without me seeing what I'm doing, but let's go with it. Okay, this is just a bandage out of a first aid kit, but I really like to use it, so I can't really see. I'm just clipping this on, and this one. That's what yoga's all about, figuring it out for ourselves. Right, so we're going to lie on back. Oh, come onto our setup. Oh, really good. Relax your hands, maybe on your hip creases, maybe palms facing up. Maybe if you're like me and you're up, you want to just rest the arms down. Arms could also go above the head. And we're here in our final pose. Breathing. Exactly where we need to be. If the legs become uncomfortable or anything else, please modify, change, transform. The point of yoga practice is not to sit in an uncomfortable, unsteady posture. In fact, that's exactly the opposite of what Patanjali describes as a yoga posture. He says it's one that is steady and comfortable. Let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And if we trust ourselves with our eyes covered, we can slowly make our way up, or we can take off the eye covering first. Let's take the belt off, or you might just be able to loop it around like that. Gently release the legs. Should feel really good. And you can bring the belt up and over. Okay, if you've got a blanket, go and grab that now. Let's just finish in Shavasana. So again, you don't have to be on the chair. You can be on the floor, on the bed, laying back. Corpse pose, Shavasana. Palms facing up, arms by the body. Feeling the earth, the ground supporting us. I recommend staying here for at least 5 minutes, if not more. Let's bring our hands to our heart for now, and I'll leave you to finish your practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope your head or your sinus, your cold, passes swiftly. There's so much to say about head cold and sinus stuff. Like, I'm about to go off on a tangent, but it's all around our eyes, right? Our face, our eyes. Like, what are we not wanting to see? What are we not wanting to acknowledge, maybe? What are we getting all stuffed up about, congested? What's not flowing in our life? What's blocked? Maybe something to consider. Namaste.